Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be my January wrap-up video slash my February to be read. Now, I want to start off by reminding you what I set myself to read this month. I literally set myself to read 5 books this month. I didn't think I'd get through any more than that. I think I kind of underestimated myself as I doubled the amount and more of books that I read this month. So, I said in my last video that I wanted to read the Mortal Instruments series so far, which is City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Fallen Angels, and City of Lost Souls. They were the books I set myself to read this month, and I completed them so quickly. This series is such a wonderful series. I heard the expression of this book series being called the main event in the kind of YA fantasy world, which is completely true. They were fantastic. The characters, the scenery, the development over the different books. It was such an amazing read. When I finished this Mortal Instruments series, I read Warm Bodies by Issac Marion. I think that's how you pronounce it. Sorry if it's not. But I read this because it's the YT Book of the Month. So this is the YT Book Club, which is run by Bunny, Lindsay, and Brad. They picked this book to read this month. So yeah, I read it and it was phenomenal. I've done a book review on it and I will be reviewing this on my blog soon as well. After Warm Bodies, I read Wake and Lullaby within the weekend. It literally took me 2 days to get through both of these books. They were fantastic. It was a really nice book to get into after Warm Bodies. The book is by Amanda Hocking, and I've heard such amazing things about the next one which is coming out. Brad, don't boast. When I finished the Wake and Lullaby series, the Water Song series by Amanda Hocking, I went on to The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. Now, I did really enjoy this book. It took me just less than a week to read. I had some problems wrong with it. I don't really want to go into too much detail about it because I have described what my thoughts were on my blog. So I'll leave the link below for my blog if you want to hear what I have to say about this. But it was really nice, and I am looking forward to see what the other 2 books, because I believe it's part of a series which the other 2 haven't come out yet. I'm excited to see what they're about, and yeah, I want to give it another chance. I think I might have to reread it before I read the second one. But yeah, that's The Darkest Minds. After The Darkest Minds, I read Changeling by Philippa Gregory. Now, let me know below if you've heard about this book. I didn't hear about it, but I'm so glad I found it. It was a phenomenal read. It was really quick. It's only like just about near 200 pages long, and it was phenomenal. I've reviewed this book on my blog, which I'll leave below. But basically, the reason why I think it's so good is because normally in a story you have one main storyline in it, where this one had 2 main storylines in, not as in 2 stories running side by side. It was the same story, just there was 2 bits that happen, and it's really hard to explain without you having to read the book. But I've given a go at explaining it in my blog, so go to the link below to go on my blog and find out what I have to say about the Changeling, because it was so good. The next book I read this month was Stranger Will by Caleb.J.Ross. Now, I got sent this as a review copy for him, and I'm not even kidding when I say this. I read this in like a 3-hour sitting. It was a brilliant book. It was emotionally draining in a positive way. So I reviewed this book also on my blog, which I'll leave below. I really enjoyed this book. It was phenomenal, and I just gotta say, Caleb, if you're watching, the cover feels like rubber, and I really like it. I feel it feels like a really rubbery kind of cover. So yeah. The next book I read was the first book in the Paraphrase series. It's called Raven's Gate, and it's by Anthony Horowitz. Now, Katie from Kit Kats Can Read, she told me about this book series, and it sounded like something I would really enjoy. So I've decided to buy the set of them all in one go, hoping that I'd like it, which I am. I'm really liking it, and I read this book this weekend. The weekend has just gone, and I read it for my Friday reads, and it was really exciting, and I'm really glad I picked it up and read it. So yeah, I'm almost about to finish Evil Star by Anthony Horowitz, which is the second book in the Paraphrase series. So I've added this into my wrap up because I will finish it by the end of the month. This book's really good. I kind of feel like the books are similar but so different at the same time. But I will review them when I finish this and let you know what my thoughts of them are. Now guys, this is my pile for my February to be read, and I'm just going to get going and show you what I want to kind of read in February. I want to start off by saying I'm going to read the third book in the Power of Five series by Anthony Horowitz called Night Rise, the fourth book in the Anthony Horowitz Power of Five series called Necropolis, and the fifth book in the series called Oblivion. And this book is so big. It's like 700 pages long, so I'm really excited to read this. Oh, it's going to take me forever to get through it. I'm planning to read The Selection by Kira Cass after Oblivion. This is the Secret Readers Book Club, which I'm a part of, which I'll be hosting some days. And this is the book which has been chosen for this month. So I'm very excited to read this. You will see it in a book haul in a couple of days' time. So some books I'm showing you now, I just want to warn you, are going to be in a book haul because it's pre-recorded. So, oh, sorry. After The Selection by Kira Cass, I'll be reading Mystic City by Theo Lawrence. And I'm really excited about this book. You'll see it, and I'll just talk more about it in my book haul. But it is beautiful, and it's really fantastical and magical, and woo! And I'm really excited to read it. I will go into more detail in my book haul, but yes, that's another one of my books that I want to read in February. The last books I want to read in March are the Percy Jackson series, which I love. I got the box set of them, and I was planning to read them this kind of month, although I did mention in my TBR for January. I was planning to read it this month, but I didn't get around to it. But I will read it in February. Let me know if you read these books and what you think about them. I know apparently they've had amazing things. So yeah, and am I right by saying that there's a spin-off series? If so, let me know because I will have to buy that. Ooh. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed my wrap up and to be read pile. And yeah, I really enjoyed making it. Fingers crossed I get through it. The reason why I set more books this month than I did last month was because I read so many this month. So I wanted to challenge myself even more. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Have an amazing, amazing last days of January. And I'll see you soon.